What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Felicity, back at it again with another video. And today I'm going to be doing this fun pinky purple-ish makeup look. Just something fun for Valentine's Day. And I will be doing another Valentine's look later, but I thought I would do this one first, just so kind of start it off with something fun. But if you want to see how I got this look, please keep watching. And without further ado or too much rambling, let's get on with the video. So starting off with the eyes, I'm going to prime my eyes with the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in Light Peach. And I'm just going to take a little dot and put that on the eyes. I'm going to take a brush. This is the Morphe E15. I'm just going to go ahead and buff that in. And I'm using a light concealer shade because we're using like pastel colors and I just want it to be able to really pop and have those colors show through. So I'm just going to use a light concealer. So once I have my eyes primed, I'm going to go in with the Icy Fantasy Morphe 35 eye palette, and I'm going to use the shade Sky High right here, and I'm just going to put that all in my crease. I did not set the concealer because I want to make sure the shades have something to grab onto, because they're so light that sometimes when you don't set your concealer or your primer that you use on the eye, it just kind of helps the color grab better, so it gives a little more intensity. So I'm really going to blend that color all the way into the inner corner and really build it up so that way it's nice and opaque. So I'm just going to make sure I blend everything out, but also keep building on the color. So once I finish blending out that Sky High shade, I'm going to go back into the palette and take this purple called Dreamer, and I'm going to put that in the outer V. I'm going to blend it up into that Wishful shade just so they kind of blend together, but I'm also going to give it kind of that wing shape. I'm going to bring it up and a little higher in the crease underneath that Wishful shade. I'm going to go in with a clean blending brush and just kind of buff that shade right there in that inner crease. Going back into that flat shader, this is the Morphe M433. And I'm just going to build up a little more on that outer corner. Once I've done that, I'm going to go back into that first blending brush that I used. This is the Morphe M441. And I'm just going to take that pink and go back over the top to put that intensity back. And I was going back in with that Wishful shade that we started off with on the same blending brush. Alright, so once that's done, I'm going to go in with a flat shader brush. This is by Bodyography. It's just a little flat one. And I'm going to go into the 35 eye palette and take Rosy Haze. And I'm just going to put that on that flat brush And I'm going to put that all on this inner part of the eye. I'm not going to actually cut the crease with concealer, but I am going to pack it on as if I were, because you don't want it to have that super perfect look. So just kind of give it a nice shimmer. I'm going to run that all over the lid and then blend it in kind of with that purple shade so there's not a harsh line. And so once you have that shimmer on, that's pretty much it for the top of the eye. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and then I'll be right back when we can finish up the eyes and the rest of the face. So I just finished the other eye off camera, so we're gonna go in for the face. And for primer, I'm gonna use the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizing Primer. And so this makeup, the face makeup is pretty light coverage and very just everyday. This is supposed to be more of a fun kind of daytime look. I am going to do a more dramatic kind of nighttime look that's more kind of like date night. This one's just kind of fun. It's kind of a little similar to, well, not super similar, but the Valentine's look I did last year, which I will link in like the cards up here and then also in the description below. But I did a purple look last year, and so figured I would do something a little similar, but I really like the new pastel palette, and I also did another pastel look with this palette, which I'll also link up in the cards in the description below. So once I have my primer all done, just kind of pressed it all in all over the face like that. I'm gonna go in with the Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer. This is the hyaluronic acid one, and I used this in my last tutorial that I did, my everyday no powder look, which I will link as well. But I really like it, and it's obviously a tinted moisturizer, so there's not a lot of coverage, but it's just really nice, and just kind of for every day, it's a good, just kind of evens out your skin tone and makes it look really nice. But just kind of stippling that all over the face with a brush. And if you want a little more coverage, I just take a little more on the back of my hand. I only use 2 pumps, so I don't go in super heavy with it, and I just kind of stipple it all over. So once I have the foundation all blended out, I'm going to go in with my concealer. This is the L'Oreal Full Wear Infallible Concealer, and I'm just going to put that right under the eyes just a little bit because, like I said, I don't want this to be too full coverage. I'm just going to dot it there and then do a little right on the center of the nose, and then I'm going to take another blending brush and I'm just going to buff that out. And I'm going to go ahead and take the same brush and just kind of use like the little edge of it and just kind of buff that in a little bit lighter. That way I don't mess it up. And just kind of tap it and keep it right in the same place that I placed it. And then kind of just make sure it stays in that kind of line shape that we want. That way it's all blended nicely, but also stays where it's supposed to be. So once I'm done blending out all of the concealer, I'm going to go ahead and set my face. I'm going to set using the Fit Me Loose Powder in Fair Light. I'm going to go ahead and put that into the little cap. I'm going to put it on my brush and tap off the excess. And then I'm just going to kind of lightly press under my eyes and then down a little further. And on my forehead, down the nose, on my chin. And I never picked up any more product, so it's just a light little set just to get everything put in place and right there. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to take the Wet n Wild pressed powder, and I'm just going to take that on a big fluffy brush and just kind of stamp that all over my face just to set everything down, because it'll give you a little more coverage if you want, and then it'll also set down that tinted moisturizer, which is pretty dewy, and so just makes you look a little more mattified if you are oily like I am. And so that's pretty much it for setting the face. And then for bronzer, I'm going to use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I'm not going to really contour or do anything, so I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush. This is a Morphe brush that I have worn the name off of. So I'm just going to take a little bit and put that all around the perimeters of my face and just kind of stamp it in. That way I'm not really disrupting any of the under product, and just kind of lightly setting it. I'm going to take it, and I'm not going to like I said, I'm not contouring, so I'm just going to kind of get my nose a little bit like that. So once I'm done bronzing the face, I'm going to go in with my Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten Tropic Hues blush, and this is a Real Techniques brush. I don't know the name of it, but I'm pretty sure everyone owns it. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that right on the apples of my cheeks and kind of stamp it up. And because it has like the shimmer in it, so it kind of adds a little highlight too. But I just bring it all up the high points of my face like this. And then you can always put a little on the nose, because it'll highlight too. Could have swore I smelled something. Nope, just crazy. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And you can see it kind of gives like a little sheen. But for highlight, which is next, I'm gonna use the Too Faced Canary Diamond highlight. I don't know what like the name of like this style highlight where it comes in this package, but I got this in my BoxyCharm, and I just kind of like the little iridescence that it has to it, so it kind of gives that hue, or it kind of shifts purple, which we have in the look. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that on my Morphe M510 brush and just put that on the high points of my face. Alright, and then I'm going to take it on my ring finger and just put it right on the middle of my nose, on the tip, and then right down the bridge. And I'm also going to take it on a little pencil brush and use that as my inner corner highlight. And then to finish off the eyes, I'm going back into the Morphe 35 eye palette and going back into the Sky High shade right there. And I'm actually going to take it on the same blending brush that I used to do the top of my eye. Just going to tap it in there and then go right underneath and buff that in all the way and connect it also to the outside, so it goes all the way around. I'm going to do that over here. So once I'm done doing that, I don't know, what did you say? So once I'm done blending out the under eye with that Sky High pink shade, I'm just going to go ahead and put mascara on. I am going to put on lashes, but for mascara, I'm going to put on the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume Mascara. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on my top lashes. And I only have to do a small coat because I'm gonna put on the lashes as well. So just kind of giving it a base, and then I'll be able to put on the falsies. So I went ahead and put on the mascara on my bottom and then put on my lashes. These are just the Kiss number 11 lashes. I don't have the box because I have them like in a box of 5 and they're like a bunch of different ones, but I do remember the name of them. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the face. For my lips, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Blushing Pout Matte Lipstick, and I'm just going to go ahead and tap that on my lips. And once I have that all over the lips, I'm going to go in with the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in Atta Girl, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that right on the center of my lips, just to kind of add a little bit of a sheen. And also it has those reflects in it that kind of give that purpley look to it. I am actually going to fill in my brows today, which in my last couple of videos I haven't filled in my brows because, as you can see, my brows are pretty thick, so I don't really have to fill them in. But today I'm actually going to fill them in because I have like little sparse areas right here on each side and then kind of in the front. So I'm going to go in with the Brow Gal. This is the Convertible Brow 2 palette or little thing. Mine's broken because I abused it. I'm going to take the darkest shade and I just take it on the Brow Gal little brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this right here on the edge of my brow. Just kind of fill that part in. Get a little bit up here and kind of curve it and then brush it out. And I mean, my brows really, they're pretty thick, so I don't do much to them. I usually won't even fill in the front just because I kind of like that sparse look. And then I just take my NYX brow gel and just brush them up. I missed the little thing. That is it for the entire face. Everything's done. All I have to do is put on my setting spray. This is the Maybelline Lasting Fix, so I just fan that off. I don't have my fan right now, so my hands are doing it. And that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my hair really quick and I will be right back. So I went ahead and did my hair in this easy look because I don't know how to do hair, and threw on some hoops, and yeah. So this is pretty much the finished look. Just kind of fun, pinky purple, kind of just going with like Valentine's Day colors, but just kind of a fun daytime look that you can wear. This is pretty much the finished look. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you want to see more videos from me. And yes, all the other videos that I've done, I've talked about and everything, I will have them linked in the description box below. If you want to see any other videos from me, feel free to comment them. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. What is this? I swatched the lipstick and now it's everywhere. What? What am I doing? I don't know. Blending out. To subscribe to my channel, click the little link in the bottom left, and to watch my recent upload, click the video on the right.